Hey guys, today I'm going to show you a really quick way to weed your vinyl when you have little bitty pieces like this. So this is a little bitty words and numbers that I've placed on a piece of vinyl. I've already put it in Cricut Design Space and had it to cut out on my Cricut Maker. And now what I'm going to do is to show you a method called reverse weeding so that we don't have to worry about losing any of those little bitty pieces. You can see how small this is. And a lot of times when we're having to weed with little small numbers and letters, we end up losing bits and pieces of it. So I'm going to show you a technique that is called reverse weeding. Now, after your words and everything has cut out, you want to leave it, cut it out the size that you need it, and then you want to leave it on the mat while you're doing this reverse method technique for weeding, okay? You're then going to take your transfer tape, and I'm going to put this down here so you guys can see, and don't mind my desk. It has been through you know what. All right, so we're going to take this transfer tape, and I've cut out just about enough that I would need for this particular size, and you only need just enough for that, so you don't need to put a whole sheet of. All right, so you're going to peel off the transfer tape just like that. And then you're going to take that transfer tape and place it down on your vinyl, just like that. But you know, this is normally not what we would do. And you're going to take your scraper and just kind of scrape that so that you can remove any air pockets and everything. You want to make sure that you got good coverage on there. And then you're going to take your weeder and you're going to lift up, but you're going to lift up where you are pulling up. You can see I'm pulling up all of the vinyl. All of the vinyl is coming up. Normally you would weed away what you're not going to use, but this time I pulled up all of the vinyl onto my transfer tape. Okay, so everything is here. There's nothing left on our vinyl. Normally we would have our words and everything that we want to keep would be here, and then we would have thrown away the excess vinyl. But in this case, everything is now on your transfer tape. Okay, what you're going to do is you are now going to take and you're going to lay this down and you're going to pull away the excess vinyl now. So I'm going to start out with pulling away what I don't need. I'm going to try to get this on my mat so it's not moving so much. But I'm pulling up the excess vinyl now. Off of the transfer tape. Okay. Just pulling up the excess vinyl. If my mat was really, really sticky, it would hold this down for me, but it's not super sticky. So you can see I'm just pulling away again all of the excess vinyl. We would have did this first, the normal way, but we're going in the reverse. So again, I'm pulling away all of the excess vinyl. You can kind of see how all of my letters and everything is staying in place. which by now I would have lost half of this stuff. Almost there. Normally I would have my little thing right here to catch all my excess. But so far, I have not lost anything by doing this process. And normally, because these letters and numbers are so small, and I did that on purpose, I would have lost everything by now. Okay. All right, almost there. Just go up here and pull out this W here. There's some little paper right there. All right, so you can see how small everything is. It's really, really small. And for the experienced crafters, you know, we would have lost half of this by now. So at this point, I'm going to go in and start pulling out my middle pieces. So just holding down, and I'm just pulling up on all of the little pieces that are in the middle. Okay. Get this big piece right here so it can act as my thing to pull up and to hold my little bits. You know, sometimes these little bits can be a nightmare. How many of you find these bits everywhere but where they're supposed to be when we weave the other way around? And how many times do you have to go back and cut all over again because you've lost some letters or ripped a number or something like that? It happens when we're going the opposite direction with removing everything first. We lose a lot of stuff. So I put a lot of numbers and letters on here just so I can help you understand that this process is so much better than what we would normally do when we're working with little bits. And you guys that have been in my group for a while or on my YouTube channel, you've probably heard me say many a times, I do not like little pieces. Okay, so if you had a client that wanted, you know, to design something that was really, really small, and like me, if you were like me, you probably would have shied away from that project because of the little bitty pieces. But now I'm showing you with this reverse weeding technique. I got one little piece right here that wants to be a booger bear in the end, but we got it. That would have been like, nah, don't you want to go bigger? You know how you try to win them over to your side to do what you want them to do? Oops. All right, so we're going to take out our C here, little area. So look at that, guys. Haven't lost anything so far, if you can see that. And I will tell you from experience, and I've been crafting now using my cutting machine over 4.5 years. Trust me, I would have lost half of this or thrown it in the trash by now. More than likely, it would have been trashed by now. All right, because I used to shy away from from these little bitty pieces. So all I'm doing is just going in and removing out all of the little insides, getting them out of the way. So E's and A's, guys, you know, would be a nightmare in a project this small because you have so many insides that you have to pull out. And I'll tell you in a minute what font this was. It might have been Cricut Sons, I'm not sure. But I'm almost there. Takes a little bit more time, but it works. And you don't lose your, you don't lose anything, which is what you're trying to prevent. Okay, so I'm just taking up again all of my inside, sorry. Said inserts. No insert stores. Look how easy that came out of there. I would have long time ago threw this in the trash and been like, ma'am, take your business elsewhere. Oh my God. All right, got one little piece right there. Get it out of the way. All right, halfway there. But for the time that it's taken me to do this, trust me, it would have taken me longer going the other route. Because like I said, I probably would have given up on it or thrown it in the trash by now. There we go. All right, so there you go. Weeding can be hard or it can be easy. July 13th, 2020. You see that? Did not lose anything. And at this point, all I have to do is just put it on my item, whatever I was going to put it on, which I'm not putting this on anything because I just wanted to show you the process. But again, you go ahead and you cut out your, you cut the words and numbers and everything, you cut it out in Cricut Design Space on your mat, and then cut, you know, away the vinyl that you need, getting rid of the excess, put the, you know, just you're only working with a little piece of vinyl that you need. And then you're going to take your transfer tape and cut it the size of your your vinyl paper, and then you're going to place this directly on top of it without weeding anything. You're going to place this directly on top of it, and it's best to start out with it still on the mat, guys, because that mat has that stickiness to help it stay down, so that when you lift up everything on that, you lift up all that excess that's on there. So you can see, guys, that I just walked through the process, these little bitty letters and numbers, and I did that on purpose so you could see that it does work. And just make sure you have your tools available, because you will need your weeder, your scraper, scissors. You will need those in addition to your transfer tape. But guys, look at that, how easy that was. Okay, so like I said, I would have thrown this in the trash. It never would have made it. Like that song says, never would have made it. It never would have made it. It would have been in the trash a long time ago. Or I never would have did it, okay? But in Cricut Design Space, I'm going to tell you, this was the font that I used. All right, let's take a look here. Yep, it's Cricut Sans. And the size that I have this on is 2.444, and the height is 1.704. So it's very, very, very small. So like if I were to place this on something, like if I wanted to put it on, you know, look how small this is. It would fit on here, which again, I'm not placing it on anything, but look how easy it would fit on that. and this is already small. So this is even smaller, okay? So that is the reverse weeding technique, guys. I highly, highly, highly recommend it, especially when you're working with little bits and pieces. I have my period, I have my commas, like I have my dots over my eyes. Everything is here, okay? Everything is here. And like I said, if you're an experienced Cricut experienced user to your cutting machines, then you know, you like me, trash, okay? All right, guys, so that's my story. I'm sticking to it. I just wanted to cover the reverse weeding technique with you to help you understand that it is very, very easy to do. And then once you get this off of the, at this point, all you got to do is put it on your item, take your scraper, scrape it down, and when you're done, you're done. You don't have to go in and then start trying to remove anything. Everything has already been done. You're at the hallelujah point, which is just getting it onto your item at this time. All right, guys, that's my story. I'm sticking to it. If you are a member of Candoris's Cricut and Creative Crafters, kudos to you guys. Thank you for hanging in here with me. I know we're a small group, but I like it like that because we can make sure that we can focus on everybody, okay? And that people don't get lost in the mix. All right. So if you have any questions, comments, or concerns about this process, feel free to reach out to me. I'm always here to help you. If you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel under Doris Edwards, and that's with one R, Doris, then please subscribe to my YouTube channel and also hit the bell notification up top so that you will be made aware anytime I post any tutorials out here for you guys to help you learn. All right, that's my story. I'm sticking to it. As always, each one reach one so that each one can teach one. Have a great day, guys. Bye.